What cheap meals helped you save money through tough times? Spaghetti. My mother would be able to feed all of us on under $10. Pasta, cheaper grade prepackaged beef and a jar of sauce. On really tight days, she'd just cook straight pasta and mix in some garlic and that powdered Parmesan cheese. So when I grew up and was trying to save money, I did the same. Pasta sauce freezes very well. I would make a huge pot of sauce and freeze it in bags, and then I'd just have to cook single portions of pasta, which cost next to nothing. I love plain spaghetti, so it's even cheaper for me. If you want flavor, put in butter, so spices and powdered Parmesan sticks. Not healthy in the slightest, but worth the cheap price point. Ramen. PB&J sandwiches. Spam rice and eggs. Stewed/roasted chicken leg quarters with root vegetables. Learning how to bake sucked at first, but it's really cost-effective money-wise cooking from scratch. Lately I've been roasting/braising a full pork shoulder. I stock up when it's on sale. Shred and freeze what I can't eat quickly. Works really well with rice and beans. Roll it up in a tortilla, you got yourself a burrito. Put in ramen with an egg. Or with some stir-fried veggies with soy sauce and rice. Or as a gravy with pasta. It's really versatile. Must be from Hawaii. I know that combo and lived it too. I wish Spam was still cheap. It's gotten so expensive, unfortunately. Lentil soup. A bag of dried lentils costs like $1 at a cheap grocery store and will cook you like 3 very filling meals worth of lentil soup. Unlike most dried legumes, they cook in like 30 to 40 minutes of boiling. And pretty much any savory vegetable or cheese will go well with it. There are many ways to spice it. My favorite simple, ultra-cheap way is like 1 cup dried lentils boiled until cooked and water is sufficiently absorbed, 1 teaspoon each curry, garlic, and onion powder, a finely cut carrot, a tsp of vinegar or a dash of lemon, and a tablespoon of Parmesan cheese. That's like a 50-cent meal that's very high in protein, fiber, and vitamins. The carbs are also slow-burning, low glycemic load, complex carbs. If you want to get fancier, use fresh garlic and onion and add some herbs and feta cheese. Hot sauce works amazing with it too. Never hurts to add a can of diced tomatoes either. If you do that though, you don't really need the vinegar/lemon. My go-to has always been the same since I can remember. Ideally you can use an onion, carrot, celery, can of tomato and whatever ground meat is cheap, or soy if it's the cheapest option, and make it into a chili/bolognese. Then you can adjust it to how you feel. I used to grow spinach, so I generally throw that in too, and some kind of beans to make it more protein. Rice with seared cabbage and a fried egg. How do you sear the cabbage? Sounds great. I slice it pretty thin and throw it in a ripping hot pan with a touch of oil. It should get slightly charred but still be crunchy. Hells yeah. Squeeze in a lemon, a dash of white vinegar and garlic too. My stepdad would make us shit on a shingle, which consisted of bread rice on top of that and then regular ground beef. Shit on a shingle. Toast white sauce and chip beef. My mother made it substituting red salmon for the beef. I loved it. I grew up with the substitution being leftover turkey and topped with sliced hard-boiled egg and sprinkled with black pepper. SOS is still what I look forward to every Thanksgiving. Bread, apples, and cheese. You feel like you're in a medieval movie or something, and you can supplement with a bowl of hearty soup or stew. My husband and I call this medieval dinner nights. They're the best. Throw in a hard sausage and it's true, ye old tavern meal. It's always good to sleep with a little sausage in ya. A little hot Dickens cider. Eggs, they are a superfood for a reason. Prices have gone up over the past year, bird flu or something. It's calmed down a bit, but still not cheap. $1.69 for 24 where I live. In college I ate peanut butter on toast for breakfast and 99-cent bean burrito from a taco stand next door to my apartment for dinner. I used to get those El Monterey burritos in college. I still vividly remember the day they went from a 10-pack for $2.50 to an 8-pack for $3.50. I was literally starving at the time and it made my fucking heart sink. Those same packs of burritos are almost $6 now and the burritos are markedly smaller. Rice stretches out anything. I've made many a sad asshole meal out of a small portion of food atop a bowl of rice. You can actually make some really cheap meals with some veggies and rice that are delicious AF. It's a bit of an upfront cost for the right spices, but it'll save you a boatload in the end. Agreed. Rice, onions, egg, soy sauce, oil. I've tried eating ramen with eggs cracked into it and some teriyaki sauce. All in all about $12 for 6-ish meals. You can drain most of the broth and add peanut butter and stir-fry them for a lot more protein and some variation. The only cooking appliance I own is an electric tea kettle, so I can only boil water. No microwave or nothing. Pork shoulder is on sale quite a bit. Just got 15 pounds for $20.21. 15 pounds for $1.20? How much of that weight is usable/edible, cutting off most of the fat and other inedible parts? I recently got 9 lb whole pork shoulder for $1.25 per pound and it made just about 7 pounds of pulled pork after adding in a bunch of barbecue sauce plus 4 to 6 servings of cracklin from the skin. We froze 4 pounds and ate the rest for several meals as sandwiches, on top of mac and cheese, as well as pulled pork tacos and quesadillas. Chicken thighs and quarters. I get a pack for just a couple dollars and I can easily get at least 4 or 5 meals out of that. So many things you can do with chicken too. I personally prefer white meat, but I'm starting to grow fond of thighs. Granted, chicken is more expensive now than the time period I'm referring to, but 10 years ago, I went on a strict self-invented diet to lose a lot of weight, combined with exercise. On Saturdays, would marinate 4 to 5 chicken breasts overnight, then throw them in a slow cooker with some chicken broth on Sundays. I'd shred the chicken when it finished cooking and was nice and tender, and portion out salads for the week, chicken Caesar, southwestern chicken, buffalo chicken etc. Just enough variety so I wouldn't get bored with the same one. Lunch was protein powder plus milk, dessert was low-fat yogurt and granola. I figure I spent maybe $25 per week on those ingredients, never had to break a sweat during the week to make anything, and combined with exercise, lost a ton of weight. The secret to doing anything with food, saving, dieting etc. is just planning. I'm a bit older, but I grew up on something called shit on a shingle, SOS. It's like a piece of toast and on top of that is a simple flour gravy with some chipped beef. Also, nachos. Tortilla chips with Velveeta melted and a can of Rotel. Add hamburger meat if you're feeling fancy. Cheese quesadillas, just tortillas and shredded cheese. Eggs in a basket, which is just where you cut a hole in a piece of bread and fry an egg in the middle of the hole. Rice and raisins, it's actually so good. White rice cooked with boiled raisins, milk and sugar. Add cinnamon if you want. Hot dogs and mac and cheese. Grilled cheese sandwiches. Boxed macaroni and cheese. If you don't have milk you can use some extra butter instead. Sure, it's not healthy but it's cheap. Toss in a can of chili or baked beans and it makes a real savory meal. Mayonnaise will also work in place of milk or butter, if need be. Get a rice cooker with a steam tray. $20 at Walmart. Here's the meal: 1 cup uncooked rice in, and the appropriate amount of water. Top it with a cup of frozen peas, get the biggest bag you can find. Add salt or soy sauce to your desired amount. Buy a family-size bag of frozen salmon or tilapia. Add 1 or 2 of the fillets into the steam tray. Cook the rice like normal and everything will be done at the same time. Combine it all and kinda cut up the fish as you're doing it, add a knob of butter in too if you have some. Sriracha on top. That's been my go-to for a long time now and I always have the ingredients on hand. You can also spice it up however you want.